Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you are. Welcome to Continental Conversations with SWA. I am your moderator, Lucy Macridis, the Executive Director of SWA. Today is the 25th of May, 2022, and it is Africa Day. And our topic is leading African wellness tours. Our guest is Lina Njoroge. Welcome, Lina, and thank you for accepting our invitation to speak about African wellness travel. It's great to have you here, Lina.
Thank you.
Well, Lina, you have over 20 years of clinical nutrition experience. Your bio alone outlines this journey and highlights positions that you have held and positions that you continue to hold. There's the African Wellness Initiative Chair. I know that the African Wellness Institute or Initiative, AWI, is an affiliate of the Global Wellness Institute, whose mission is to empower wellness worldwide. And then there's a CEO of Total Lifestyle Change, Nutrition and Wellness Center that is about promoting good nutrition and exercise. And then there's a regional manager of business development at Princeton Healthcare International. I mean, this bio is very impressive. Lina, well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because this is your bio. This is telling us about your achievements. What about you? Who is Lina?
Okay, so thank you for the elaborate, introduction. So I'm Lina. I am very passionate about health and wellness, having worked in one of the largest hospitals in Kenya, teaching and referral hospital for over 17 years. Okay. That's where my passion for health and wellness came about. I did work there for quite a long time before I went into private practice. And one of the key areas that I was in charge of is the specialized unit, that is the intensive care unit, the renal unit, cancer unit, and seeing the plight of patients when they come with multiple organ failure and, with diseases that cannot be reversed. Then I felt the need to create awareness to Kenyans, and to the public about preventive health. And that's where then my, I started doing a lot of advocacy in nutrition, preventive health, eating healthy, exercising, so that then people don't find us at the hospital and, we cannot reverse those health conditions. So through that, then I got involved in various advocacy forums, and that's how then I got into the African Wellness Initiative, because of course, being Kenya, we see that we have many of the same similarities of lifestyle diseases, even in East Africa and Africa as a whole. One of them being malnutrition. And when we look at malnutrition, we look at the both spectrum. There's the overweight and there's the underweight. So, and some of these conditions can be managed through lifestyle change, through healthy eating, and through fitness, and just self, awareness, doing health checks. One of the greatest, one of the diseases that is very high in Africa is cancer, which unfortunately we get to find, to diagnose cancer at stage 4. And yet we know scientifically that cancer can be reversed if you get it from stage 1 and 2. Yeah. But why do we get it at stage 4? Because people don't go for health checks, and it's just simple health checks. And so my passion to advocate for wellness and nutrition is so that people can also just go for wellness checks and so that we can be able to get some of these cancers before they get to stage 4 and they are irreversible. Yeah. So therefore, that's how then I'm in the African Wellness Initiative. It's a platform that advocates for wellness, to tell also wellness stories, And also as an organization, Total Lifestyle Change,
Yes.
Look at training of other health practitioners so that we can give the correct messaging on health and wellness and nutrition. And then the other challenge was we want to do all this in Africa, but then where is the funding coming from? And so that's how then I got to work with Princeton Healthcare International and Princeton Healthcare Technology, which is an organization based in America that is looking to fund projects in Africa in healthcare and of course infrastructure. So this is how then my portfolio ties in. Yeah.
Wow. Like I said, it's very impressive. And today being Africa Day, it's great to be able to look at African solutions, I beg your pardon, by Africans. So just having you here at the end of the screen from me and speaking about issues that affect us as Africans is so powerful. And I feel so honored to be the one who is sharing these Continental conversation with you today. So I thank you once again for allowing us to be able to be part of your world today, Lina.
Thank you.
Well, the world celebrates Africa Day today, and the theme is strengthening resilience in nutrition and food security on the African continent. And we are talking about nutrition. It's amazing how you have brought up these points about, that lifestyle change and the things that come to the table that we need to consider as Africans, what we need to change and adopt. Well, today as Africa Day, there are various pillars that are being celebrated. However, we at SWA are highlighting two of those pillars. And one of the pillars is recognizing the success of the continent. That is powerful because as Africans, we need to recognize what we have done for Africa on our own. This is what we need to be doing. And we are proud as SWA to be making an impact in the spa and wellness space as we continue to make wellness accessible to all in Africa. And towards that, we will be holding our 6th annual SWA conference on the 3rd and the 4th of October, Lina. And we will have it themed. In fact, it's already themed and we're working towards it. It is themed Cultivating Sustainable Wellness Education, so that we're able to educate the world about Africa, educate Africa about Africa, so that we are getting solutions from within. The second pillar that we highlight as SWA, out of the many pillars of Africa Day that are being celebrated today, is the opportunity to acknowledge the achievements of its peoples. The peoples of Africa, what achievements have they managed to do, to make, to be part of? And we at SWA acknowledge and celebrate your success, Lina. We acknowledge and celebrate your achievements in the wellness space. Lina, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. To be able to have a fellow woman sit across in this wellness space is very, very powerful. And I would like us to just dive into our topic of the day. And the topic of the day is leading African wellness tours. Now, before we jump into our various questions to understand more, maybe you could tell us what are leading African wellness tours so that we could understand where we're coming from, and then we can dive into the interview.
Okay, when we talk about wellness tours, it's all in the space of wellness tourism. And one of the things that has happened, especially since the pandemic 2020 and post-pandemic in 2021, and we're still recovering, is that the arena for tourism has really changed. It's no longer the traditional tourism, and wellness tourism is actually gaining a lot of mileage. Not just globally, in Africa. And because people now are becoming more intentional, having been locked, down a whole year, you know, and now people are ready to go out, but people are more intentional. Traditionally, wellness tourism used to be about probably just mindfulness, fitness,
Yes.
eating healthy, but people
Yes.
are now looking for more intellectual engagement and more experiential engagements. So it's in the space of wellness tourism, and we'll find that different companies that deal with you know, travel are also being sensitive to what their clients are looking for, whether it's travel agents or hotels. Now they're embracing the aspect of wellness, so that then they, you know, as people, the emerging trend of wellness travelers then is being met. Yeah.
Yeah. So then how has that wellness travel changed post-COVID? I think what would like perhaps to hear is a comparison. How was it before COVID, during COVID, and now post-COVID?
Yes, as I've mentioned, you know, before COVID, people used to travel for, you know, various just fitness, you know, mindfulness, or just to explore the world.
Yeah.
But now, of course, because of the COVID, now you find people are looking at the safety aspect as well. You know,
Yes.
so even the hotel, the travel, the whole spectrum of the travel industry are now more sensitive to making people feel secure and safe in the space, you know, where they're traveling. So, and right now people are looking for, you know, like personal growth, if they're traveling, so that then it's doing something to them, whether they're going out to do something good, to give back to the society. So it's no longer just traveling for the sake of traveling. People are trying to create an impact. And one of the great awakening of during the COVID you know, pandemic is that we need to take care of our health individually, personally, and we also need to take care of the planet, our planet. Nobody will take care of it. So
Yes.
people are looking now even at environmental factors, you know, as they travel. You know, people are more interested in, you know, wildlife, you know, some of which, you know, are getting almost extinct. People are looking to join, whether via voluntary services with scientists who you know, who are exploring the world to make the world a better place. So it's really changed from just the traditional, you know, wellness tourism, or rather the traditional tourism. People
Yeah.
are looking for different things. So now traveling has become more intentional. The traveler has become more an intentional traveler. You know,
Yeah.
they're looking for creativity, they're researching, they're thinking, they want to learn. And this is also a good thing, because then it's impacting positively on not only our health, but also on the planet. And, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm absolutely loving that. Before, it was all about sustainability of the green and the blue. But today we are looking at wellness of the human being, wellness of yourself. As you travel, what are you going to gain as you move around there? And therefore, your decisions are made according to what you can find in a specific destination. Wow, that's amazing just to hear that the intentionality of the travel now has become more serious by looking at the different choices out there. And this is post-COVID, and the numbers are growing. The numbers are growing. But tell me, what are the emerging trends with these numbers growing? What are the emerging trends in wellness travel this year in 2022? What are things we should be looking out for?
Okay, so we're finding many people are looking to contribute to the science. They're looking at creativity. They're looking at edutainment. You know, where they're getting entertainment. They're also learning. They're also learning, and this is not only adults, even children. So you're finding that school trips, you know, have a lot of edutainment, because then what is a better way to get the children to learn about social sciences, or about protecting the extinct, protecting our planet.
Yeah.
The best way to teach them is through them experiencing it, whether they're trying to save the hippo or the turtle or the plants. So when they understand that, then they feel they're part of it. So you're finding that the wellness tourism is also extending to children and school trips. The other thing that we're finding is, like wilderness science, social studies focused hikes, so that then people are doing hikes. So it's good for their fitness, but they're also looking to learn more about the world. So there's a lot, and it's actually very exciting. It's very exciting that the wellness travel really expanded, and it's impacting very positively on us and on the planet.
Yeah, and that we are all embracing it, because I think along the journey, what you call the customer journey, we are able to provide solutions for the customer who is traveling as a wellness traveler, and therefore making it more sustainable for them to come back and perhaps continue with this engagement of this experience. I love the example that you have given of the children, because once we start at that age and we are showing them what there is out there, allowing them to experience, then there's ownership as we are moving forward. But now just talking about children and therefore talking about future generations, what do you see as the future of wellness travel post the pandemic era?
Okay, so now we'll get people more, especially in the travel industry, giving better packages, and meeting, it's not about making the money. It's not about making money, but they'll be more intentional in packaging to meet people's needs, because there are some of the people who are looking to really create an impact on the planet. Others have a creative expression, and it could be whether writing or art, and all these things have been shown to impact on the well-being of an individual. And so other people are looking for connections. Remember, we were locked up for almost 2 years. And so people are looking for meaningful connections with other people, socially. I think we never realized how important it was to be connected as now. But now people are looking to get connected in a way that it's adding value. And then, people are looking for new skill sets, to learn even as they travel. And people are looking for personal growth.
Yes.
And then, of course, you're finding people who've retired, so they're looking again for those kind of connections. So there's a lot of, we'll find a lot of activism in wellness in various, population or other age groups. As I mentioned, children, it's about learning, and others, it's about connecting. So, there are more expeditions, there are more educative travel, there are more science trips. So, as I said, there are many packages then we can have in this wellness travel, and which is a good thing, because then people are not just sitting at home, and getting mental health issues. So there's a lot. Wellness is changing, and there are new things that are emerging even till now. And also the other thing is that people are looking to do good, giving back to the community or to the society.
Yes.
Yeah. So people want to be more responsible than before. And so again, there are many packages that can be put out there on wellness travelers. Right. Yeah.
Well, our topic today, Lina, is about leading African wellness tours. So in the future, what are you seeing that would make it a leading African wellness tour? What is going to be so different about it from what we are doing today, or what is available today? in the future?
In the future is that the whole travel industry, that is from the hotels to the, to those who organize logistics, are going to be more, they're going to be listening to what their clients want.
Yes.
And let me give an example, like in the hotel industry, where people who are seeking, the wellness travelers are seeking, wellness. They have to look at things like how the menu, the food that they're serving there, because you don't want to go for a holiday, maybe for a week, and then you come back overweight. So people, the players in the wellness industry have to embrace wellness and look at the whole spectrum and the whole population. What are the needs? What are the needs? What are the emerging needs? Because then the needs are not static; they keep emerging. So they have to move very fast, so that when the wellness travelers are looking for this kind of experience, then they have to provide that. Yes, but what I see is that now wellness can actually, wellness travelers or the wellness tourism can impact a lot on our planet, and can be of the SDGs in regards to improving our planet.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and we are spreading this responsibility to more than the service provider. We also look at the entire infrastructure of bringing this wellness tourism or travel and packaging it, literally. I mean, we would look like you're talking about the food, the menu. If we're talking about from farm to fork, what does it mean? Is it organic? So you're looking at the nutrition aspect of it. We're looking at the activities in wherever we go. Are we active? What it is that we're doing? Are we active physically? Are we active in the mind? I'm just loving these ideas that you're sharing with us, and that Africa is working towards this, and that we have to package this. And when we package this, maybe one of the things that comes to mind for me is in the contracting stage, because then everybody needs to play their part. Maybe one of the criteria is, measuring your carbon footprint could be one of the things that could work towards the future of wellness travel. So now travelers begin to choose and decide, I am going to that place, or I'm not going to that particular destination, because they're not adhering to a few things about wellness. Now, what are some of the activities on demand in wellness travel?
Okay, some of the activities that you're finding that are on demand, as I mentioned, is like scientific trips, expeditions, where you're finding people are joining scientists or historians or naturalists, and they're looking at wildlife, whether it's in the sea or in the forest. Getting people wanting to be, immersed in education, especially in the environment. Like, for example, there's the whole movement of planting trees, and one of the things that is coming up is how do we build the carbon credits, by planting. So this is something that the community or the society or wellness travelers or all of us can adapt. If each of us planted a tree, we are contributing to the carbon credits, which again is able to improve on the environment and our health and well-being. So we are finding wilderness science, field trips, social studies focused hikes or trips. We are finding trips that have to do with educational trips. People want, to whether to volunteer or to learn. People are looking for research intensive projects, and so they are looking to partner with people who are saving the wildlife. People are looking to learn new skills. And so the list is endless. The list is endless, but it falls under at least two major categories where it's impacting our own health as individuals.
Yes.
Or it's impacting the planet.
Yeah, all around wellness of the people and wellness of the environment, the planet. This is so important. We can breathe easy, definitely. Well, when we're looking at those activities, I mean, what comes to mind is, in my experience in tourism, is the CSR projects, but the CSR projects at a cost, where you have people signing up to come to work during a wellness tour, during a safari tour, I beg your pardon. So they would pay and they would come and stay for a period of 2 weeks to 1 month, at times 6 months, so they're giving of themselves like a CSR activity, but they're paying for it. So it would be really great to see activities like this on demand in the wellness travel. It will be something for us to lobby for, something for us to discuss and brainstorm around, because this need is happening right now. There's this need of the entire world to look out for wellness of self and wellness of the environment for the future generations. But how can Africa tap into this multi-billion wellness tourism industry, Lina?
Creating awareness, to everybody, to different, the whole population, from the children in the schools, because the children can get involved in conservation activities. In the school trips, as you said, the whole travel spectrum, whatever it is that they're doing, a percentage of it goes back to the community, and to whether it's conservation or into environmental, activities, or wildlife, or preservation. So we need, as Africans, we need to preserve our indigenous, whether it's skills, planets, indigenous information that we have, skill sets. So we need to preserve that, and we need to continue creating awareness, and we need to continue talking about it and telling wellness stories and talking about it, so that it's passed from generation to generation, so that we don't lose that. So we need to keep talking about it, and I'm appreciative of the conversations that the Spa and Wellness Association of Africa is having, like this, where now we can have these continental conversations. This is where we preserve this knowledge, where we impact others. This is where we highlight some of these things that we are talking about. So let's, having continued conversations. Then the other thing is packaging. We have a lot of indigenous wealth in Africa, but we have not packaged it. We haven't packaged it. So that is one area that we need to package it, and we need to talk about it and put it out there globally. And that's where then, through the Spa and Wellness Association of Africa, I'm sure you're doing, and through the African Wellness Initiative, which is part of the Global Wellness Institute, gives us that platform to put what we are doing out there in the global arena. So packaging it, creating awareness, talking about it, and engagement with all the different stakeholders.
Yes, wow, beautiful. Preserving our heritage, preserving that indigenous heritage is very important, but talking about it, even as we preserve it, we need to talk about it, we need to be visible, we need to engage with it. Thank you so much, Lina, for having this half an hour on Continental Conversations, just for sharing your thoughts on leading African wellness travel. We hope to see you at the 6th Annual SWA Conference this October, where we will continue to celebrate the African wellness space, especially on matters wellness education. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.